What's up, Legends? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're back in Black Ops 6 Zombies, and as you can see here, I have tons of them chasing me, but we're back to test yet another attachment to see if it's worth running, or just kind of compare them to see which one is more worth running. Because somebody in my recent video where we tested out FMJ to see if it was more viable against the armored enemies or not, or even had any purpose in zombies, which we didn't have a lot of positive findings. This time, we're rocking a barrel. We're pretty much just comparing the reinforced barrel, which is one that provides value to both bullet velocity and range, to something like the CHF, which is going to provide a headshot multiplier kind of advantage, right? Now, I do want to go ahead and point out that I don't think bullet velocity is an important stat for zombies, just simply for the fact that I think majority of your gunfights, or I guess not gunfights, you shooting the zombies, I should say, is going to take place in really close quarters. So I don't think that the bullets themselves will have too many issues hitting the target, and you won't feel like you're going to have to lead a bunch of shots against zombies pretty much in any of the ranges that you're going to be fighting them. Damage range, however, could arguably be more beneficial just depending on the weapon that you're using. Maybe if you're using something like a shotgun, you might notice it a little bit more than something like an assault rifle, where maybe you're already going to be maximizing the damage range. If you look at the effective damage range for this without this specific barrel, it's around 38 meters. This does increase it to around somewhere in the 44 to 45 meters. So that is actually a pretty decent change. But again, you got to remember, 45 meters is pretty far. Are you really going to be fighting a lot of enemies from that distance? Probably not. In most cases, I think you're probably going to fight them in under 15 meters. And then in very rare occasions, you might just be shooting at a horde from a much further distance. But like in this case right here, even this, I don't know if it tells me, like that's 10 meters. Most of your gunfights aren't taking place 40 meters away. So I don't think running a barrel that requires this much damage range on something like the AK is going to be super important. But once we are able to get to the other side of the map, we'll be able to grab our headshot multiplier version of this weapon and see how big of a difference it actually makes. All right, real quickly here, I want to show an example of just how much distance you'd have to be in order to actually make this barrel worth using. So that's 18 meters. Like, how often are you 18 to 20? Look at that, 16 meters. So no matter what, most of the ranges, pretty much every range that you're ever going to be from the zombies, you're going to be good without having the extended range on the barrel. So that pretty much answers the question there. You could run no barrel at all, and it's going to be about the same as running this barrel, just based on that statistic right there. I can't even put enough distance between us to even have like 30 plus meters in between us, right? Like 25 is probably tops of what I'm going to get. And this barrel is good up to about 38 meters with the additional range, like I said, adding about 7. So this barrel absolutely has no purpose in zombies based on this testing here. So we're going to push it a few more rounds so that I can actually grab a rare tool, and then we'll be able to test these side-by-side damage-wise just to kind of see how things go with the headshot multiplier. And now I'm able to test this out. We have the rare rarity. We're doing 261 to the head. 261 pretty continuously. It's going to be kind of solid. We're going to go ahead and eliminate some of these guys. Then we'll go over here. We'll be able to buy another one. This one should have our headshot multiplier barrel. The 261, now we're going to be doing... 318. So that's what, 39 plus 18, 49? Okay, so my math was a little fuzzy there. I said 49. That's definitely not what it is. 261 was what we had before with the other barrel without having the headshot barrel on. We're doing 318 now, so that's 57 damage difference per bullet at a difference of 21.8%. So this is an increase of 21.8%. And you're still going to be able to take advantage of most of those damage ranges. One thing I do want to mention, I did say for this specific weapon, it is a effective damage range of 38. It's not going to be the same for every weapon. So there are probably some weapons where the exception of the damage range could be there. But I think in most circumstances, you're just going to be choosing the headshot barrel. A difference of 21.8% is insane. Unless there's some crazy difference in recoil that just makes it impossible to hit headshots, I think that's a no-brainer that you're going to be choosing the headshot barrel on pretty much every single weapon that it's available for. And then you're obviously just going to be doing 21 or 22% almost more damage, which is just going to make some of those weapons feel a little bit stronger. So if you're one of those people that hasn't been running the headshot multiplier barrel on your weapons whatsoever, you're probably missing out on a decent chunk of damage, especially once you combine it with deadshot, daiquiri, and obviously all the other perks and things that you can have to kind of increase your damage, whether it's elemental pop or an ammo mod or whatever. But we kind of nailed that down. So we determined bullet velocity isn't going to matter much. Most of the time, I don't think the effective damage range is going to matter a whole lot in zombies just based on the ranges that you're going to be fighting. And this CHF barrel, at least for this weapon specifically, does a difference of 22% increased damage. So it's a no-brainer. But that is going to wrap things up for us here. I had fun testing this, and if there's something else you guys would like to see me test in a future video, let me know down in the comment section below. But thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support of the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace!